What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back at the Dyno real speed racing. We got us a 68 GTO. Car has a Texas speed 427 in it, PRC heads, fast 102, 102. It is a flex car, so they've just converted this thing over to Holley. I have previously tuned it on HP tuners, but they were having some weird issues with the TCM and the PCM not talking. It worked for a little bit, and then we spent a bunch of time trying to make it work, and it just wasn't happening. So convinced them to just switch over to Holley, and we've got all of that resolved. So we're gonna strap this thing down on the dyno. We're gonna see how much power this thing will make. Alright folks, this is one of the great times when you have a bunch of sensors. So it's starting to break up a little bit, and I see in my log here, if you look at this red line, is our fuel pressure. So we'll go ahead, scroll over. What happens is as soon as I deck it, fuel pressure just dives. So it went down to 40 there. That's just sitting there and idle and revving it. I'll actually show you what it looked like through the pole. So I could feel it breaking up a little bit. So this line right here is our fuel pressure, and you can just see the whole time during the pull it's just diving. So that's why it's nice to have sensors. So you can see there. So we started off right before I floor it. We got 61 PSI, and then as soon as I crack the throttle, the fuel pressure just dives out of it. You can watch the injector duty cycle shoot up because the Holley's trying to compensate a little bit that it can. I think I have it allowing about 20%, 25%. Yeah, it looks like 20%. Oops, sorry about that. 20% comp. So it was trying to compensate. So this car has a Corvette fuel filter regulator on it. We're gonna go ahead and call Napa and see if we can get a filter. If we can get a filter, we'll swap real quick to see if that's the cause. The car did sit with the E85 in it, so I'm assuming the filter's probably clogged up. Hopefully the injectors aren't clogged up. It did have a little bit of fuel there, but we're gonna change the filter and see from there. If the filter fixes it, cool. If not, he's gonna take the car, clean the injectors out, and then we'll strap it back down another day. All right, guys, we got us a new fuel filter in it, so let's see what she does. We should be able to tell with just a couple revs. Watch fuel pressure. It's a little bit lower than it was earlier. Oh yeah, rock solid. Pull up a data log real quick and just double check it. Let's see. I'll check some of this stuff. It drops a little bit, but nowhere near what it was earlier. Maybe the pump might. Well, we'll try and make a pull and just kind of see what happens. Alright guys, that is our dyno pull. So you can see as RPM increases, our fuel pressure is decreasing. So that did not fix the issue, unfortunately. So let's see what we got down to. Went from 60 down to 30 PSI there. Yeah, another 30 PSI, you can see it. right there. Focus. Yeah, there we go. So we got a little more digging to do. All right, guys. Well, we're not able to fix it. We did take a voltage reading on it. It's not dropping voltage or anything like that, so it's got to be the actual fuel pump. I did previously tune this car before. This is what it made with a stock computer through 4L60. So it was 512, 536 torque. You can see we're up in torque, but obviously we're not able to rev it out because we don't have enough fuel pressure. So they're going to take the car back. They have an injector machine, so they're going to go ahead, clean the injectors, put in a fuel pump, and then they'll bring it back and get this thing dialed in. So the car drives and runs great, idles great. I had already done that stuff, so we're just kind of strapping it down and get the wide open throttle stuff done, and then they can re-deliver the car. So not today, but they'll get it fixed up. We'll get it back on the dyno, see what she'll make. All right, guys, we're back at the shop. GTO is gonna get fixed up, but we got some car parts. Super excited. First orders are starting to show up for Moonshine. So let's go through some of this stuff. This is our torque box, which is what we showed you in the last video of us cutting out. So now I can really explain, if you don't know, what this actually does. So we got torque boxes, got some stuff from Ground Up Restoration, got some stuff from Mavin, some motion parts, and our new lights right there that I'll show you guys. All right, guys, we're gonna start by opening up these here torque boxes because I'm super excited to check them out. Marilot Racing makes a lot of really quality stuff. Andrew Gonzo's car, the one we were racing with James up there in Georgia, he's got some of their parts on there. The dude's just an artist, so super excited to be running some of his stuff. Got a box and a box. Let's see what we got. Sheesh. Oh man, this is fancy. Let's try this. A little bit more. See what the problem was here. We'll take out the lowers first. These are our lower torque boxes. And then this is the upper torque box. Look how much easier that was. Whew. Yeah, that's a nice piece. That is a very nice piece. Look at those welds. Super impressed. That is a nice piece. I knew it was going to be nice before it came, but it's nicer in person. We'll open up these lowers. When I talked to them, he said the uppers will fit pretty much no problem. Same dimensions of the frame rail, all that stuff. The lowers we will have to modify basically where it welds to the frame, which we're going to end up doing anyway because of how we're going to do some of the frame rail stuff. So not a big deal. We'll make it work. Boy TJ, also an artist, can make anything work. So, let's see what we got here. You really don't want these things getting banged up and shipping, let me tell you. Sheesh. Here, look at the nice. Yeah, those are super nice. Can't speak on the lowers, no idea where they go. I know the uppers and where that kind of sits in, but I don't honestly know which way these go, but I do know we are going to have to modify this pad and this pad to make it kind of fit in where it's supposed to, because these are actually for a G body, not an A body. So get those down to TJ, get a peek at what we got to do. So far, super impressed. I know that he makes quality stuff, but it's even nicer in person. So I can't wait to get this stuff on and get this car down because it's going to work so much better. And we're going to be able to go fast. So. All right, up next, we got something from Mavin. If you don't know what Mavin is, they are turbo mounts and flanges that are super, super nice. So we got our billet T6 flange, 3-inch inlet. Haven't quite decided if we're going to use 3-inch or a 2.5 on the charge pipe. That little motor probably would benefit from 2.5, but it is going to be on alcohol, so I don't know. Me and TJ will figure that out, but this piece is super, super nice. Actually, this one looks like it's made by Shear Fabrications, but either way, not sponsored deal, just super, super nice quality pieces that we like to use. Makes life simple. And then, oops, we don't need that. It's okay. Got turbo mount. So this is we don't need that either. Super, super nice piece. Basically, this mounts to your turbo, and then you can just weld your mount right off of that wherever you want it on the chassis. It has an O-ring seal, and then you can thread in your drain back on that side. So very nice quality piece. This is listed Mavin on it, but if you guys are doing any kind of turbo builds and you can kind of swing a little bit extra, definitely worth it. All right, guys. The other thing we have got is Motion Racers wastegate flanges. I'll open one of these up to show you guys. These things just clean up, basically placing your wastegates so much. So they're flanged. I wish I had a piece of pipe sitting here so I could show you, but basically you can just cut the opening out, lay this on there, weld it up, makes the fabricator's life super easy. So got a couple of these. We are going to run dual wastegates, so yep, these are, I believe, cast stainless. These are for 60 mil to 66 mil gates, 3-inch pipe. All right, moving on. We got octane headlights. So they're a little fogged up. We modified our front end. Just kidding. These actually have an LED ring in it, so I've seen these on a couple cars. There's a guy I follow on Instagram, can't remember his name right now, but he has a red 69 Chevelle 68, something like that. We actually Doug raced him out in TX2K, and the front of that car was, the car period is beautiful, but he has the red outline, and I was like, dude, where'd you get those from? I want them. So we have another set of these. I only ordered 2 originally because we were going to go do twins, so I have another set coming, so we'll have 4 lights, and these ones actually will do multicolor, and I can control it off my phone. So a little bit bougie, but it'll look super cool. We'll drop an image in the video so you can kind of get an idea what it looks like. All right, next up, not super exciting, but again, we're trying to clean up the car, make it look nice. So this kind of pairs with the last box that we'll show you. This is from Ground Up Restoration. And if you guys don't know what they are, you can go to their website, ss396.com. They have anything you need for restoring pretty much any old muscle car. So we went ahead and ordered some new taillight lenses, and those will pair, let's drop this down here. Those will pair up with these right here, which we got, because the taillights that are in the car, the bulbs kept falling out. I'd leave the line, the bulbs would fall out, and they wouldn't stay in, and I can't get like a quality connector. So went ahead and got these, which are actually LEDs, and they fit into the back of the lenses. So the lenses that are on there kind of dull, kind of wore out. They're from 1969. So went ahead and ordered a set of new lenses. Trying to break them, get them open, you know what I mean? So these set in. Ooh, it'll be like a whole new car. This passenger, this is the driver. So basically these just set in here like this. Can't really tell it's LED, but it'd be nice and bright at night when we're at the track. That way they can see us all the way down. And if we do want to put a radiator and some water in this thing, we'd be cruising on the street. Alright guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this episode. Got some Moonshine parts. Waiting on some more stuff. I'm working on getting a rear end housing so we can get some more adjustability on the housing itself, and probably some new shocks. Hopefully fiberglass will ship this week. Not sure. Did talk to them. They did have a dash, so I went ahead and ordered that. I didn't know they had it before I got it all together. Unfortunately, that's another like 10 weeks out, But that won't keep us from racing. We're going to get this thing together as fast as we can so we can get back on the track. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next episode.